All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bachad Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and hey, through the Spirit, all right, as you can see, the title goes, all right, this is the introductory stage, all right, of the Motb. All right. Now, when we say Motb, we're talking about the mark of the beast, all right, that is written of in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, all right, that we've been going into, all right, time and time again. All right, but now at this point, all right, for all these years, now it's becoming the reality. Okay, there's no more the days where we're going to be saying, oh, very soon, very soon, very soon. Now we're here. Okay, and at this point, you're going to start seeing how they're going to start implementing this technology within people's lives, your jobs, okay, your everyday lifestyle, okay, grocery stores and so on and so forth are going to start utilizing this new way of new form of technology. All right, and it's going to be centered around buying and selling. All right, because that prophecy will be fulfilled. Okay, so let's get right into this. It says smart metric, and it's heavy. We're going to go into a few words here, all right, through the Spirit to show you that the very word mark is what we're seeing right now. Okay, the whole concept of the metric, biometrics, and so on and so forth, all right, literally has to do with the word mark. Okay, so we're going to go into that. All right, it says smart metric, remember that name, right, welcomes the adoption of biometric credit cards by both Visa and MasterCard. All right, Visa and MasterCard, all right, are both two, companies, right, that has to do with buying and selling, commerce. When you see Visa or MasterCard, you think of money, you think of business, you think of commerce, you think of the economy, right? You think of credit cards, debit cards, and so on and so forth. It says New York Business Wire, Smart Metric Inc., OTC, blah, blah, recognizing the advanced security features of credit cards with built-in biometric recognition technology, both Visa and MasterCard have adopted the use of biometric credit cards over their respective payment networks. There you go. See how they tie it all in? Right? They tie it all in. All this brand new technology is all going to be centered around buying and selling. All right, that's how you get a population. Okay, that's how you get a population to ultimately fall in line with whatever agenda you want them to go along with. All right, it says, as with any new disruptive technology, right, Smart Metric sees that in the first instance, there will be a steady adoption take-up, and then we will see a dramatic S-curve adoption of biometric cards as banks and consumers alike are drawn to the advanced security of credit cards that have inbuilt biometrics. You see this? This is the doorway, the step into, all right, them introducing that Motb. Okay, this is how it starts. It started with just regular credit cards, and then it came with the credit cards that has the chip in it. See, and then whenever you go to the grocery store, they say, "Oh, do you have the chip?" They literally verbalize it. I'm like, do you have to say that? Right? It's all part of the conditioning. See, so they'll ask you, "Oh, do you have the chip?" Or insert your chip. They'll say that shit just outright. You'd be like, "Yo," you know. So then it went from that, and now they say now you could put your fingerprint, right, on the debit card or credit card, and that's your form of, I guess, identity. Now, you see. So when you put all these things together, the next step, all right, out of all this shit is what they've already showed you. They brought out the concept of the chip, and they brought out the concept of the biometrics, fingerprint. So next thing they got to do is just merge those two, and that's it. You see? And it has to do with your money, right? Just like how they're gonna bring this, and it's gonna be like the person said. At first, it's gonna come off like real slow. Ain't nobody really on it, right? And then next thing you know, the S curve. When you go into S curve, is it starts off small, and then you're gonna see the huge, you know, the small gradual, and then a huge curve up. That's that S curve. All right. So he's basically telling you that there's going to be something in the beginning stages when once this whole system is out there, this new technology is out there, there's going to be people who are on it, gradually, and then they're going to get to a point where they're going to disrupt. They'll do something that's going to cause the demand. Boom. That's the S curve. That's the rise. So whatever that is, and at that point, it's not going to be optional. It's going to be just this is how the system is. You see, and then now everyone is locked into this biometrics thing. Then they just transition you to the Motb. That's it. Because now they could just close down your bank account. You're already in the system biometrically, right? It says, quote, Smartmetric is the original developer of biometric credit cards, and having spent literally years and millions of dollars in R&D, right? R&D is research and development, right? To reduce the size of biometric electronics, right? To fit inside a credit card. You see how they're bringing it slowly. So those who are still sleeping, right? They're just, everything is just, they're just doing whatever. They don't even notice these things happening. They don't even understand that there's something like this even going on. The average person has no clue that there's something like this actually going on. Okay? And they're the very people who are going to be affected by this, and they're going to be pissed. Right? It says, what? They're trying to what? Reduce the size of the biometric electronics. So from what? From wearables to implantables. Right? To fit inside a credit card. Finds that it has created the most advanced and user-friendly biometric credit card in the world, said Smartmetrics president and CEO Chaya Hendrick. It says Smartmetric leads the world in biometric credit card technology, and having developed a biometric credit card that has an internal rechargeable battery. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? The regular cards don't work normally now. You can still tap them and they still work, right? So what's going on? Why all of a sudden now we need rechargeable batteries? Right? In a credit card? Right? That is used to power the fingerprint scanning of the card user, independent of card reading terminals and ATMs. This allows the Smartmetric biometric card to be used anywhere and anytime a card holder wants to use their new biometric card. You see how they do you see this? Let's highlight this. You see this right here? This is Satan. This is Esau right here, deceiving, right? This is doublespeak. This is how they get you. Listen, what they really mean. It says this allows the Smartmetric biometric card, right, to be used anywhere and anytime. No. What they mean is this allows this biometric whatever to have access to you, right? What about if they said, if you were to read it this way, right? You can use this anywhere and anytime. Now, if you were to say it is required everywhere and every time, right? Now it changes the game. Now you're not looking at this as very cool anymore. This is how they get you. It's all in the words. They deceive, man. Esau is a devil. Okay? It says this allows the Smartmetric biometric card to be used anywhere and anytime a card holder wants to use their new biometric card. What it's actually saying is this allows the biometric, the Smartmetric biometric card to what? To have access, right? To you, and it's going to be what? It has to be required, right? In order to use it, it's required every time and everywhere a card holder wants to use their new biometric card. So every time you want to use it, you have to go through the whole two-step verification process. Right? My Eva was even telling me, she was saying that, yo, listen, she had to do a transaction with the IRS and so on and so forth, right? And for even to pay them whatever, yo, she had to go through. They were saying, oh, you have to do basically, you got to do a biometric data thing, entry. You got to do two-step verification. You got to scan your face. You got to basically send them a selfie, do a whole recording of your face, tell them who you are, what you about. You know, they want everything about you. A whole bunch of shit that I forgot, but it's a whole lot of shit now. You know, and I'm wondering to myself, like, okay, so this is, here we go. The system is changing. You see? So this is how they go and prison you. The moment they get you is, again, it's pushed to, you can use it anywhere and anytime. But bitch, it's going to be required everywhere, every time. Now, do you really like it? Do you really think it's cool? It says other less advanced cards have begun trials in Europe that are not self-powered. Let's check this out. This is a huge disadvantage over the smart metric card, as a non-powered biometric card will not work at a lot of gas stations, ATMs, and restaurants that process the credit card charging away from the table. So basically, convenience. Whenever they bring those machines where you could pay for, if you have debit, some people have to take the card and then they take it to the register, do it, and then come back. What they're trying to say is very soon they'll just bring the whole the machine itself, right? So when you're done, all you got to do is once the tip, everything you've done, eating everything like that, you just scan your hand and it processes everything now. You know how nowadays when you go into like you do farmers market or whatever, you go outside and you shopping, you got people that come with their phones and then they have this Apple card reader, small little white device, right? And then you put your card, either tap it or you can insert it, and then they do the transaction right there. It's connected to their phone through their bank account and so on and so forth. You see? So it's a similar thing, right, that they're going to be having very soon in all these grocery stores. It's going to be built right on the table. Everything's going to be digital, contactless, and all that bullshit. Everything's going to be fancy, but it's like a prison, a fancy prison. In order to eat now, you got to scan your shit. You got to be identified. Yo, damn, like, bro, I just want to get some food, bro. You need my social just for some food? Yeah. If not, you can't be served. You're going to get there, you're going to click the numbers, blah, blah, blah. They're going to reject it. Man. This person does not have the microchip. See local authorities for help. Or do not move. Authorities are here to help. You want to see the drones just pull up on you and shit. Anyway, so it says the advanced smart metric biometric cards has many other features. Not least is its hardware-based detection of a live finger. You see, damn. This is the Motb reality being introduced. Right now, people are going to start interacting with their everyday activities, but it's going to be more of you identifying yourself in order to interact with everyday activities, right? It says this provides the card with added security against fake fingerprints replicas, making the smart metric biometric card the most secure card developed, right? In Q4, quarter 4, 2022, credit card users reached a total of 166 million, according to TransUnion, up from the prior 3 years. Now, why do you think that is? You have such a horrible economy. People are not working like they used to, right? Number one. Number two, jobs are shitty. All right, a lot of these jobs, they pay like shit. So people prefer to stay home, right, and collect unemployment because the government's going to pay them out nicely rather than take their ass to work. See? And they're blowing through credit cards and so on and so forth. All these females that don't work, they're laying off of the government. Scriptures talk about what? They shall lament for their cheats, right? So all these females that are keeping on all this debt because you want to look cute. You want to go travel here. You want to look like you the bad bitches in the world. Traveling like you got it like that. You just blowing through credit cards. Go ahead. Keep doing that. Keep blowing through credit cards. You are part of the 166 million that just, bumped up. And guess what? They got you. You ain't going nowhere, baby. They got you. Right? You fell for the trick. Yep. You should listen to the men of the Lord. It says what? Among those users, new card accounts are growing too. Over the past year, nearly half the population, 47.5%, opened at least one new account, bringing the total number of accounts to over 518 million by the end of 2022 in the United States. Dang. So there's a lot more people opening credit cards. Well, there's a lot more credit cards in the system, right, than the actual entire population. That's interesting. By almost double. Almost double. That's very interesting. And that's a lot of debt. 518 million credit cards. That's a lot of debt. No wonder the damn American debt is in the trillions right now. Debt ceiling. They're raising the debt ceiling. They're raising the debt ceiling. You know what they're going to have to do? Collapse the whole system. This is why they're doing all this. But once the system is collapsed, everyone is in debt like that. Now you got to pay up. This is a new system. You take the C hit, you wipe off all your debt, you start all over again. You get this new UBI, you're good to go. You don't take it, well, guess what? You got IRS coming for your ass, right? You got the FBI coming for you, CIA coming for you, DHS coming for you. All right, they're all gonna be coming for you. And let's not forget your man's Kill Bates. All right, let's not forget Tedros as well. The WHO that. Let's not forget the CDC as well with their mandates. It's kind of crazy. We haven't heard too much about Fauci lately. He might pop back up. Our good old friend Fauci. Yeah, he might pop right back up to frustrate the hell out of you people one more time. So hey, man, it's gonna be some interesting times, man, when the reality hits. But we're being introduced to it. It says 84% of U.S. adults had a credit card in 2021. 84%. Damn. About 73% of Americans have a credit card by age 25, making credit cards the most common first credit experience for young adults. All right, so they get you right away. By 25 years old, you've already locked yourself in some form of debt that you owe them, but you got to keep on paying and paying and paying, and it never ends. Because while you're paying this, they entice you with another one, and then you go get it, and then boom, you're locked into it. And this is all creating that whole social credit system. We can see it developing. It's almost here. All they need is to have the technology for it, and we can see the technology is already here, right? So continuing, it says, market research has shown that 70% of current credit card users are willing to pay $70 for a biometric secured credit card. 70%. Damn, that's 2/3 of the population. You see, it says the single largest motivation is wanting to feel more secure. That's the key. That's the key right there. The single largest motivation. They need to give the people a reason why they should do this. Other than that, they wouldn't do it. This is problem reaction solution 101. The single largest motivation is wanting to feel more secure. What does that mean? That means we got to start a whole bunch of false flags, right? A whole bunch of fear tactics and propaganda, right? So get ready to start seeing and hearing more of frozen accounts, people losing money out of nowhere, right? Identity being stolen, right? Some type of cyber attack, like Professor Klaus Schwab, the threatening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack. We can't forget about that. He told us, he warned us. You see? So much so that I can remember exactly what he said and just say it just like that. See, this guy has told us. So he said what? The single largest motivation is wanting to feel more secure. So they just got to bring fear. And with fear, they'll be justified to say, hey, listen, this is how we're going to do it. This is the most secure way of doing things. And guess what? It's been approved by the FDA. If your money's in your brain, ain't nobody gonna come there for it. If your money's embedded underneath your skin, ain't nobody gonna come get it. See? Mm. It says to view the biometric, blah, 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 and then they have the video that comes with it, right? But I just want to go into something real quick, right? Let's see. Look at the word mark, okay? Now, before we do that, let's get this quick precept here. All right, the reason why we see this and most people don't is because the Lord has given us the spirit, all right, to see these things. It's called the spirit of prophecy. So we understand that this is all part of prophecy. We can see it. We're expecting it, right? We're looking for these things, okay? So it says here, this right here. Let's start off at the top. Why not? This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, right? So the times of the seasons is, guess what? Is all the things that we're going through, right? You might have a season which will be pretty much filled with a whole bunch of false flags and all kinds of shit. Like, oh, we just had a whole season of just train derailments all of a sudden, right? That's a season where we bared it. We were like, we understood what time it was. We're like, okay, this means this. They're doing this for this. This is all inside games and so on and so forth, right? We've seen the countries, brewing for World War III, through the whole Ukraine-Russia situation. We understand that's a season. That's a time of war. Okay, the countries are getting together. All right, get ready. That means that what? The Motb got to be in the talks because according to prophecy, Motb happens. And then in the midst of that, right? In the midst of all that chaos with Motb out, boom, World War III, because it's all part of it. Again, it's all part of the destruction, the madness, the chaos. You see? So it's all tied in. But Motb got to be mandated first. We got to go through that temptation first. See? Esau got to go all the way first. Right? Scriptures talk about what? We haven't striven, all right, for this truth unto death, or unto blood. Right? We haven't gotten there yet. But we haven't striven for this truth unto death, man. We're going to be facing death, and we're going to have to make that decision. It's called the hour of temptation. You see? But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So we understand perfectly, right? It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Why? Because he's coming during a time when nobody's expecting it. Because if they were, they wouldn't be acting the way they're acting, man. You got people going into, what was it, yesterday, 2 days ago? New York City, people out here butt ass naked, man, walking in the streets, man. This is out of control. And you got kids, people got little children, their offspring, little demons outside watching this shit, waving their little flags, like they're not even closing. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, I'm home watching this shit on my phone, like seeing videos and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? All frustrated and shit. Like, what the hell's going on here? Pissed off. Makes your stomach turn. But yeah, you got people, dads just standing live watching this shit in like, ain't nobody going to grab some of these people and whoop their ass? The fuck is wrong with you? Public indecency. Why you ass walking around here butt ass naked? What the hell is going on? Like, literally just walking around with their ass out. What the hell? Oh man. So people like that, you think they're thinking about the day of the Lord? They're busy about fucking Pride Month. They're not worried about the day of the Lord. They're gonna get so caught off guard. This is for when they shall say peace and safety. This is peace and safety. Niggas is walking around naked. That if I don't say peace and safety, I don't know what will. The niggas is feeling so peaceful and so safe, right? The government been told them, well, it's safe and effective. It's safe. You're safe. We're trying to keep you safe. Keep safe. Motherfuckers actually believe that shit. It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Oh, we can't wait for that. See? And the signs are all there, but guess what? They can't see it. They're not looking for those signs. You can't see signs if you don't look. You cannot see if you don't look. Okay? It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's it. Point blank period, man. right? So we ain't gonna feel bad for you. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing we can do. When you get caught up in the snares of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, there's nothing we can do. I'll give you an example. If your ass get caught into a FEMA camp, what am I gonna do for you? Hmm? How am I gonna grab you out of the damn you being chased by a robot dog and they set they have their sights set on you? What do you what do you want us to do? You at that point you gotta pray. Whatever you believe in, gotta come save you. You know? Mm. It says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Let us watch and be sober." So a lot of people are sleeping. That's why these people could bring this whole concept in, right? Which is basically complete and utter slavery, right? They're gonna lock you out of your assets. They did say that you will own nothing and you'll be happy. So they're gonna lock you out of everything you have, but yet people are still sleeping. They're ushering in all of this, and people are still chilling. You see, people are still chilling, right? It says, "Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." Meaning what? Keeping our spiritual composure. Being circumspect, right? A sober-minded person is up on his watchtower. You know, the opposite of sober is what? Drunk. If you're drunk, right, your judgment is extremely cloudy. You cannot be trusted. As a matter of fact, you need help. You need help. But a sober-minded man, he can help others. See, by giving out this warning, seeing what's going on, being circumspect, understanding what's going on, filtering it through prophecy or through the scriptures, right? Filtering the prophecies through the scriptures, and then boom, there you go, giving the warning. Right? It says, "For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation." Okay? So how do we do that? Let's go into this real quick. Right? Because we pray ultimately that the Lord have mercy on us and deliver us from the hands of the beast. Okay? Right here. There's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. This is how they're setting us up. They're setting everybody up, really. Right? Because it says what? He calls it all, everyone. Right? The Greek word there is pas, meaning all, collectively, individually. Right? And how do you get that? By identification. Okay? How do you get a group of people? Identify. ID. Right? But they're pitching it like it's a form of security. You see, they're pitching it like it's more secure. Yeah, it's an imprisonment. It's secure where you can't come out once you get in it. See, it says that he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a what? Charagma is a Greek word there for mark, right? In their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? And that no man might buy or sell, right? Save he that had the mark, the what? The biometrics, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. The smart metrics, right? Smart metric, right? Now let's check this out real quick. Let me see something. There you go. Smart metric, right? Now let's look up the word mark. Okay, we have here, it says trace, impression, right? Boundary, limit, sign, landmark, right? A boundary, a sign, right? Now let's go down a little bit. Here it says unit of money or weight. See that? A unit of weight, chiefly for gold or silver, money, equal to about 8 ounces, right? A unit of weight. Okay? So now let's look up the word metric. See what we got. Here. All right. So it says here, pertaining to the system of weights and measures based on the meter. Okay. So you merge that in, pertaining to the system of weights, right? And measures based on the meter. Okay. Now, what does the word mark also mean? Unit of money or weight. Okay. It's a standard of measurement. Okay, but this case they're talking about what? Your body, bio, life. Okay, they want to imprint their mark, their charagma inside of your life. That way they can measure everything about you. And it starts with your identification. That's the start of measurement. Who is the person? Meaning you're identifying as your name, right? Your date of birth, who you are, where you're from, your sex, your gender, whatever shit that you got now, right? You know, your workplace, you know, your blood type, you know, your eye color, your, you know, everything, everything, right? Scripture says that they shall they sit in the throne, all right, of the Most High. All right, let me see if I can get that real quick in Second Thessalonians, right? Let's see real quick. The man of sin, the man of lawlessness, as Esau, right? Let's see. I want to get to the point real quick, right? There's the book of Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4 says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, right? Or that is worshipped. See? So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. So by creating something like a smart metric, right? Some form of biometric credit card, it's just a way of getting people into that system so that you can be like the Most High, because now you have complete control over that vessel, right? You can control what they think, how they feel, you know, what they do, and so on and so forth. That is you trying to be like the Most High, showing yourself that you are a God, but you're nothing, right? You're nothing, and the Lord's going to destroy you for that. Okay, He's going to completely destroy you and decimate you for that. Okay, so this plan, this whole agenda here, is going to be fulfilled ultimately, right? The Lord is prophesied to happen, all right, and it's all going to take place, okay, in our lifetime very soon. Okay, shit, it could be the next couple of months. All right, with how quick these devils move, it could be the next couple of months, man. Not too far out. Okay, definitely not too far out, man. Let's get this back in Revelation. All right, we're gonna close it out. Okay, but this is the main prophecy there is left. That is why the Lord has His men, starting from my elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, are constantly going into the topic of the Motb. Okay, you have to understand crystal clear what it is. You got people who are not even into the Bible who understand exactly what it is, because there's only one thing and one thing only. Okay, it's that Motb is the RFID. You know what? And anyone else who's saying anything else, understand that they were not sent by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, as in to speak righteousness. Okay, they were definitely sent to speak wickedness. All right, and they're definitely not giving warning. That means that the wicked is going to die, and their blood is going to be in their hands. Okay, but we're definitely giving you the warning. We've gone into it time and time and time and time again. Okay, and we told you that it's going to tie into what? Buying and selling, and it's going to be made mandatory. The guy talked about S curve. Once it's mandatory, more people are going to have to take it. In the beginning stages, not so much. See? So we're almost there, man. All right, we're almost there, but just wanted to share that with you, brothers and sisters, real quick. All right, I'm going to leave it up there. All right, Lord willing, you are edified. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and until next time, Shalom.